Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has gotten a nice pump and all my long trades are now being back in profit. Let me show you what is probably coming next. Now, first you're going to notice Bitcoin hit our very important price target almost to the exact dollar accuracy. Only a few days ago on Sunday, I was talking about live on the live stream about this specific area of support. We simply said Bitcoin potentially could get right here, another push down, hit our point of control, the biggest volume cluster of the entire bottom price action, and then of course we might be looking for some kind of rotation back up, especially if we start pushing back into our horizontal range, and of course also if we are going to be able to break our trendline area of resistance. Exactly what happened next. Bitcoin right here got the acceptance back in the range, and right now we are experiencing a beautiful push towards the upside of, let's just say, approximately 4.6%. And even later in the video, I'm going to show you exactly what are going to be our next much higher price targets, where potentially not only we are going to be taking even more profits on our long trades, but actually I'm very interested to fire another short or sell trade. But right now also, majority of people paying attention to this exact price action are probably paying attention to some kind of a pattern. And this pattern is going to be a bullish pattern, because right now we could actually go with our head and shoulders. We can be identifying some kind of a left shoulder right here. We got some kind of the head, and right now Bitcoin might even be forming some kind of the right shoulder. I would say people looking at this specific pattern are probably then going to fire another long or a buy position approximately at this specific area. And in my opinion, looking for a long position on the breakout right here is really not the smartest idea. Why so? Usually you want to try and buy low, something we were doing approximately at this specific level. And of course, on the push towards the upside, the only thing you can right now be doing is simply taking the profits on your long trades, or maybe even firing another short or a sell trade. No way I personally would fire right here where we are another buy or a long trade, simply because we are right now also hitting some very important price targets. Now, if you did pay attention to yesterday's video, you probably know why this specific area right now is a very important one. In yesterday's video, we said the first target is going to be our CME gap, that it is going to get filled if we do get a push up to approximately $70,200. Of course, right now we are clearly trading above the gap, but also we talked about 4 different liquidity levels. We simply said the first liquidity level on Bitcoin, $71,000. The second liquidity level, slightly higher. Another one slightly higher, than of course also another very important liquidity level at approximately $72,000. Now, of course, it still looks like the upper liquidity level right now still has not been hit, but nevertheless, this specific level right here, the upper liquidity level, is going to be the level that, in my opinion, can get hit literally in the upcoming hours. Of course, if we then go slightly higher, then the next even bigger price target is simply going to be the weekly high-term time frame area of resistance, coming in at $72,800. And of course, if you watched yesterday's video, you probably know exactly why this specific level is such an important one. We went from our swing high back towards the swing low, and you can right now definitely see the golden Fibonacci ratio on Bitcoin coming in exactly at our weekly level. So it's really not a random one. This specific area, and of course actually also this specific liquidity level, is going to be my next take profit on my Bitcoin and also on the Ethereum long trade. That is right now why I would really appreciate if you smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes right here are definitely possible. And of course also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now let me share with you a potential bearish scenario we can be paying attention to, and of course also one of the reasons why personally right now on the move up I'm only going to look to fire another short or a sell trade. And everything comes down to the bearish Elliott Wave count we can right now be paying attention to right here on the 1 hour time frame. Let me right now literally remove everything from our chart, because maybe you do remember about something I was talking about already a few videos ago. We talked about our bearish Elliott Wave count, and what we said right here, Bitcoin might be forming right here the first impulsive Elliott Wave. Right now, with the entire rotation back up, we could be forming our second Elliott Wave, and after the second one is finished, yes, unfortunately, we can be expecting another major push down for the third one, fourth one, and then of course also the fifth Elliott Wave. And probably right now you're wondering, what is the target of our second Elliott Wave? What is the target of some kind of an ABC correction? Of course, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, you probably already know about this specific Bearish Elliott Wave count, and yes, you can join it completely for free using this specific link down below in the description. But let me now show you why the second Elliott Wave right now can actually be forming, because it really does seem like this specific recent price action could actually be some kind of an ABC. We can right now say Bitcoin right here got an A Elliott Wave, we got right here the B Elliott Wave, and right now simply we are forming the last Elliott Wave of the second bigger corrective structure. So in this scenario, we need to be paying attention at least toward the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of our first wave. What does that mean exactly? We simply need to go with our Fibonacci retracement tool, measuring the entire move down here, and I actually do have already a preset for the second Elliott Wave here. So you're going to see the first technical target is going to be the 72,373.1 US dollars for our second Elliott Wave. But I would actually say like that, if Bitcoin right here does go higher, we already take the liquidity above the recent high right here, I would say potentially the second Elliott Wave can already be in. Of course, ideally, we are going to go higher, at least towards the 0.5, maybe even higher toward our weekly high term time frame level right here. But nevertheless, the area that can get hit in the upcoming hours is going to be a very important price target for our second Elliott Wave. Ideally, the level that I'm looking for right here is actually going to be this specific weekly, where of course, if it's going to get hit, I'm definitely going to look to fire another short resell trade with a very simple, very clear invalidation above our recent high. The moment Bitcoin goes above this specific high, our Bearish Elliott Wave count is going to get invalidated. But at least as right now, once we hit those specific price targets, you need to be slightly more careful, and ideally, of course, pay yourself at least a little bit with your long or buying positions on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, or whatever long trades you're right to holding on literally the entire cryptocurrency market, because the price target, if we start rejecting approximately from this area, is going to be very, very low. Let me now show you exactly what can actually be the price target of our third Elliott Wave if Bitcoin right here, right now, does get a major collapse. We need to go with our Fibonacci extension levels, measuring the entire first impulse right here, putting the third pivot at the end of our second Elliott Wave. Now, unfortunately, we don't know where we are going to top out, but let's just say Bitcoin tops out at approximately our weekly high term time frame level. We need to go with our 1.618 Fibonacci extension levels, and you're right now going to see the target of the third Elliott Wave is going to be very, very low, talking about the area of approximately 61,000 US dollars. If we do go right here with the log scale, sure, the target is going to be slightly higher, but nevertheless, the target, if Bitcoin right here, right now, does start rejecting back down from our weekly level, it is definitely going to be very, very low. So in terms of the risk to reward ratio with a brand new trade, in my opinion, it is going to be a beautiful one. Simple invalidation level above the high, looking for quite a significant drop. Now, additionally, where Bitcoin is as right now, one could right to say to me, bro, we are already at the moment trading at some kind of an important area of resistance, and I would actually say you're definitely correct. Going right now with our fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire bottom price action with volume, you're right now clearly going to notice Bitcoin is at the moment already trading at the value area high, at the upper volume area of resistance. And yes, clearly, at least as right now, we are getting some kind of a reaction at this specific area. But as we said before, ideally, we would like to see slightly higher. Ideally, at least the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level right here is going to get hit, and only then we are then going to say, okay, Bitcoin might start pushing back towards downside, especially if we are going to get some kind of a reaction exactly at our area of resistance right here. That is right why, if you're right now looking for another trade, simply you could go with a 30,000 US dollar free bonus using the first link down below in the description on Bybit Exchange. You register with my link, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free only after you register. Then simply you can even deposit $100, you get another 20 USDT, but also when you're going to start opening your brand new trades, you're going to get even bigger rewards using the first link down below in the description. But also right on Bybit, not only you're able to trade crypto, you can even trade right here forex, commodities, and stock CFDs, but also you can trade brand new altcoins that are being released. So definitely definitely, if you're right now looking for another trade right here, you could potentially take an advantage of the free bonus using the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit. But right now also, let me share with you exactly what is right now happening with the exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and also on the 4 hourly time frame. Let's go with our 50 and 200 EMA, because it really does seem like on higher term time frames such as the 4 hourly, we are right now being very close together with the 50 and 200 EMA, which simply right now means Bitcoin is not really right now moving in a significant uptrend and also not really in a significant downtrend. And pretty much the exact same thing is right now happening on the 2 hourly and also on the 1 hourly time frame. That is right now why if we start going right here higher, sure, we are probably going to get right here a bullish cross on the 1 hourly, 2 hourly, and also on the 4 hourly time frame. But to be honest, even if we get right here a bullish cross, personally, I'm not going to flip immediately bullish on Bitcoin, simply because last time we got a bullish cross on the 4 hourly right here, Bitcoin literally topped out at this specific area and got a major rejection back toward the downside. So that is right now why, even though sure, we could be getting right here a bullish cross, you need to understand a major area of resistance is probably going to get hit. So that is why looking for brand new buy trades and also of course potentially maybe even trading this specific breakout out of the inverse head and shoulders pattern, in my opinion, is not really going to be the smartest idea. Now also, what can right to be our first local area of support in a case Bitcoin does not go higher? In a case right here, of course, we do get another rejection back towards downside. The first level I'm right here paying attention to is simply going to be the anchored VWAP when we anchor it exactly at this specific low. You're going to notice this level is coming in almost exactly at the previous right here where we do have some liquidity, and actually also another liquidity level was formed slightly higher exactly at this specific low at 70,000 US dollars. So I would say like that, the first some kind of a local support level on Bitcoin is coming in at this specific zone. But of course, ideally, if this specific area is going to get hit, I would still like Bitcoin to get another rotation back up, because simply what we said before, the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, or should we say this specific liquidity level that we already mentioned in our yesterday's video, right now still have not been hit. So that is why ideally we are looking for Bitcoin to go even higher. We are looking for all of our long trades to be in an even bigger profit. And of course, when we are going to be trading at some important price target right here, the only trade right here I'm going to be interested in is simply not going to be a long trade. The only trade we potentially can fire is going to be a short or a sell position with a very clear, very simple invalidation level above our recent high, targeting much lower price targets, maybe even below 60,000 US dollar area. That is right now why if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus using the first link down below. You register on Bybit, you get 20 USDT completely for free. You deposit at least 100 US dollars, you get another 20 USDT, but also when you're going to start trading, you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.